Just about every wildlife film crew have had their fair share of heart-stopping moments, perfectly balanced with raw humour and memories to last a lifetime.
My heart was pounding. It was crazy.
In the last 14 years, there has never been a dull moment.
Elephant!
This is the most amazing experience of my life. I've never done anything like this before.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
This film crew has seen it all.
And it was so real.
The diverse presenters and engaging animated characters have enriched every moment.
Hey. Sorry. You might touch you? No.
I was legitimately terrified.
These are the wild memoirs of a film crew.
Hey, go away.
Coming up in this episode, heart-stopping wild encounters.
You might touch you? No.
Side-splitting scenarios. Jaw-dropping lion encounters.
The only thing I could think of was to run.
Life of the party characters abound.
I hate it so much.
And the circle of life unfolds. During a reality game show called the Big 5 Challenge, a wildlife filming challenge prompts brave contestants Michael and Katy to get closer than they ever thought imaginable to attempt to capture the winning footage.
What sticks in my mind a lot is on that Big 5 Challenge, they were given a camera.
We needed to film a wildlife video, and we saw the perfect opportunity when we came across a hyena den. There was the mother, she had some cubs with her.
And what was amazing, that hyena was very habituated to vehicles, because it was a known den and that type of thing. And what we did differently is when we got out, she came out, and
she was so inquisitive.
Incredible animal. And people have this wrong impression about them, but when you see something like that, you could never do that with anything probably other than a hyena.
What a great set.
And with her little cubs come and sniff you, it wasn't fast.
This is such a magical experience, to be here with these beautiful wild animals in their environment and see such curiosity.
Time stood still. I was completely exposed. Had that hyena decided just to have a little taste, there was nothing that I could have done about it.
Okay, this is incredible. I've never ever been this close to a hyena. My heart is pounding. But this is amazing. These are wild animals.
And super intelligent for that hyena to evaluate the situation, see that there's no threat.
No threat.
And, inquisitive. Come and have a look at Katy.
But to see Katy's reaction was the best, because it comes up, she's trying to be all for the show. And
this is the most amazing experience of my life. I've never done anything like this before.
This thing, I think, breathes and she feels the breath on her neck and you see her get off fast.
I was legitimately terrified.
Sorry, girl, you just frightened me. This is truly, truly humbling. To be accepted by such wild animals in their own environment.
So here I am, seated with an adult hyena sniffing my shoulders. The crew are several meters away. They can't help me. The only thing that I can do is try to stay calm.
And you asked her to be submissive.
Yes.
As well, not to show any aggression.
I think that was the key to getting the hyena to come close. If you stand up and stuff, then they'll go away.
Yeah.
So obviously they were trying to get something special. So just staying low, staying small.
I could feel her breath on me.
Her breath.
I could hear her breathing.
And it was also, for me, I'd never seen anything like it. So it was quite nervy. I think I'd given her something to throw, if anything, I'd given her my hat or something.
And then you went up to Mike just to make sure that he had buttoned on.
Yeah, because
record.
it was extraordinary.
Talk about doing anything for the shot. What an incredible incident.
Come on, Michael. Testing it.
An integral aspect of documenting these interactions has been the diverse, larger-than-life characters.
This is my jungle. I'm Mowgli, and this is my jungle.
Mun is from the UK. He's of Indian descent.
And kickboxer.
Of note.
Actually like a world champion at one point. And I remember when we were setting up the scenes on the introductions and I had the pads and he had to have a workout, you know, because we wanted to show what they did.
He's this big, muscly, devilishly handsome guy. And he's also incredibly vain.
Which is why he's got these bad boys there. Yeah, they look good, don't they? But yeah, hygiene and vanity equals Mun. High five to that.
He was working out and hitting these pads. It's like half breaking me. The impact. Like, I remember thinking, this guy's potent,
He's
man.
tough.
Isn't he the most vainest man you've ever met?
Where's the beach?
But then in certain instances, like with the grasshopper.
So we've got the grasshopper here, and what we're going to do, we're going to drop it in the spider's web, and we're going to watch it feed, the spider feed.
But they were setting up that scene
and it jumped
for
in
the jumped in, screamed like a baby.
It's moved.
So he's tough, but he screams.
Sorry. I thought it moved with my fingers.
And then you sort of, I don't know why I did that.
What's wrong with me? I freaked out, as you can see earlier, by this little thing here.
The next thing is zoom into these big bad boys.
Check the guns. Zoom into these bad boys.
So if you had a fight with him, you just take a grasshopper to the fight.
Yeah,
Oh, bollocks.
exactly.
No, he was a good guy.
Full of fun,
And, yeah,
full of
and
humour.
protective of everyone. And, yeah, he's just a really, he's a really nice person to work with.
Rhino pose.
Life of the party.
Yeah.
Life of the party. A very apt description for another wildlife travel presenter, Karina Holmes. Game for any challenge, Karina definitely had her fill of close calls in the untamed wilderness of Zimbabwe.
We basically saw an elephant bull that Craig knew really well, and he thought it'd be a great idea to have the elephant walking in the distance in front of us while we were driving, and it would have been like a really nice shot. However, when we got parked and we were waiting for the elephant to walk across, and he was miles away, all of a sudden, the elephant completely did a 180.
He walked up that slope towards us, and we were sitting under a tree, and he started coming a bit close, and Karina, you know, being the life of the party kind of was sitting on the Land Rover at the time. So I'd hopped in the Land Rover to reverse it back to get away from him because he wanted to come feed underneath the tree. And that's, then he got too close and I didn't want to start the car because he'd get a fright or something like that. So that's when we said, just be still.
At this point, I wasn't too worried because Craig knew the bull ellie well.
Can you just look at him? He's a good elephant. He's a friend of mine. And one of the elephants I know really well.
So I wasn't too panicked, but then it carried on walking towards us, and it got to the point where you were like, what's it going to do? Why is it coming so close? And although it was really exciting, it was also really nerve-wracking.
In a situation like that, when things do start to go a bit wrong, the best thing is to be still.
Just sit still. You're an incredibly brave girl, Karina. That's enough, big boy. Okay, just lean back. It's fine. Just lean back. He might touch you. No. That's fine.
And no one's running, no one's going to give the animal a fright, you're not going to get a bad reaction. And we didn't get a bad reaction, but it's not something I would ever want to do. It was far too close. You never want an animal to touch somebody or anything like that.
He did seem relaxed. You know, you could see it in his eye.
It's incredible. Look at the beautiful eye he has. And that's what you must look at in the elephant. He has a gentle eye, this animal.
Which is great.
Which was fine, but it could very easily have gone wrong.
Yeah.
So it was, in a way, I don't like to see it because I think, from my side, I cringe.
Craig grabbed my hand.
Can you just hold my hand here if you want? Okay.
And at this point, I knew we might be in trouble. He was holding it tight so he could whip me off the bonnet if I needed to be taken out of harm's way.
So now that's the first time I've ever had a person on safari touched by an elephant. You were in a safe place. If you'd done anything, he would have just pushed you over. You're probably the bravest person I've ever taken on safari. No man has been as brave as you.
It was actually a really emotional, beautiful moment. However, it could have been a really bad moment, but We were all really excited afterwards that we actually got it on camera, that people at home would believe what actually happened, because trying to explain that to someone, people would be like, oh, that never happened.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey?
It's emotional.
It's, hey? No, I promise you, remember you asked me yesterday, we ever touched animals and you wanted something like to happen and he touched you, you know?
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I know. Is that probably the most amazing thing in your whole life, you know? Hey? A wild bull elephant came up to you, of all people, because you were sitting there looking so lovely. Hey? You okay?
Yeah, okay.
When you grabbed Karina's hand, that was the right thing, because you could have just pulled her off quickly.
Yeah, but, you know, Don saw she's bruised, she's hurt her leg,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. And then everyone's going to look at it after and say, oh, you shouldn't have done that, or, oh, he was far too close.
After the elephant encounter, I did some double check-in with our producer of how much I was insured for, because obviously it was really scary and I never thought about it to this point. And he informed me I was insured for 10 million, and I said I wouldn't mind taking a hit for that.
That's fine.
What did you have me insured for?
Nothing. You know what you're doing in the bush.
Yeah, but still.
Whilst the ultimate goal is to gain experiential knowledge about wildlife, there is always time for a bit of a laugh.
What just happened? I can be Pamela Anderson. Who are you?
I knew I had to get him back.
And then this happened.
We're out having these amazing educational experiences.
Let's go and have a look, see. They're flowering here a bit.
And Craig picks up what I think is a berry and tells me it is a rare African form of coffee.
And it's a very old tree. They don't normally grow nearly as big as this. It's obviously been here for hundreds of years. And you can see the little seed pods developing like this, and that type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I find some, yes, look, there's some on the floor here. And this is last year's seed. The problem with this stuff is that they've tried to market it as a coffee, but it doesn't have any caffeine, so it's no use to people. And you taste how sweet it is. No, people won't buy it because of that. But it's sweet, sweet, sweet coffee. It's old, so you can't really smell it. But break it open or bite it open.
And so little old me, I have a taste.
And then taste the sweetness.
And it turns out it was impala dung.
You and me. You're really nasty.
So there's some on your lip here. I can't believe are you enjoying the third world?
You had your coffee break now.
Yeah, I feel bad every time.
But this is not a coffee tree.
No, I don't even want the name of that tree.
Oh, I can't believe it. You know, can we ever trust that man? Bushman.
You're just mean.
Do you want a crappuccino?
Cappuccino. I'm going for the cappuccino.
Oh, dear.
I knew that I had to get him back because that dung was disgusting. And so I got the producer to help me. And together we went to the chef at the lodge.
And this is my revenge. So we have rock rabbit poo, and I was sort of hoping that maybe you could do something gourmet and coat it with chocolate, and then we can feed him this lovely delicacy later on today.
Yeah, well, anything's possible, eh? We'll definitely take care of this and make it work for you.
And we pranked Craig. And he was caught hook, line and sinker.
It's on the property.
I want some coffee. I drink black coffee, mate.
Try them, I don't know.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, mate, I think they're real Malteser. Well. Look, I don't know.
I think right from the beginning.
It's...
So what's it like to eat desi poo? Craig, we had the kitchen
I knew they were...
Coffee tree? Coffee tree?
I looked like...
Coffee tree?
the kitchen whipped up a little delicacy for Craig.
You know what there was? I could taste... It was dry.
I didn't think that you'd go for it.
Would you like some?
We knew you like chocolates. Doesn't matter how that tastes like.
So how's that for payback? Come on, fair's fair. We did okay?
You did okay?
He was so full of life and total nonsense.
Curly was a wonderful elephant who was familiar with wildlife presenter Greg Van Sale. And while filming a sequence for a study on body language, things didn't quite go according to the script.
I was having lunch, and Craig and the crew had kind of wandered off a little bit, and Curly happened to come up.
As he came past me, he just paused for a bit, had a good little look. I was busy thinking, Craig, talk to me. Is this good? Is this bad? But I always remember you saying, look at the eye, and if it's relaxed, then just happy days. If it's looking a bit beady, then maybe start backing
And
off.
he didn't have a startled look, his eye would have been...
Yeah, it was more like inquisitive.
But funny, Don, he then came up and he was feeding on the tree. And obviously we were trying to get myself in the shot, so it all looks like we're close and exciting and everything like that. And it was all going fine, and we could say, we're going to eat this part, he's going to eat this part, watch his body, he's going to move here.
I don't think he'll come another step or two, maybe one more step. There's one more small part here. No more, big guy. No. A small branch. See, that leaf wasn't good enough. No, I really didn't think you were going to come another step.
I saw something going on, which I later found out was a mock charge from Curly,
You silly Billy.
which caused one of our crew members to roll down a hill.
At least your camera's not dirty. This guy got the best view of you falling off.
And look, you don't want to stand there because he'll bump you, he'll send you flying.
There was laughter after what seemed to be, from where I was standing, a little bit of a tense moment. I was kind of trying to see what was going on. And when I heard the laughs, I realised that everyone was okay, and then I just saw this elephant wander off, nonchalant.
And he's off to the next tree immediately. And that's what's nice. I wonder if he feels good, because it makes us feel good having an experience like that. Shaken but not stirred.
Another really fun day.
The African wild dog, the most efficient predator on the continent. Using an unconventional method, cameraman Neil Fairley immersed himself into the pack in order to reveal the secrets of these successful hunters.
We're trying to do something completely different, and because those wild dogs have been so well habituated to motorbikes.
They're used to the researchers monitoring them on motorbikes, and they're used to us going along and filming them on the motorbikes. So it bodes well for the series, and hopefully we'll be able to actually capture some of the more important and hidden wonders and dynamics of the hunt.
We thought, why not try strapping a few cameras onto me, and I'll just ride as fast as I could and see if I can keep up with the hunt. And I think at some times we were doing about sort of 60, 70 k's an hour. When the dogs are hunting and, you know, an impala's going that way, they're going that way, whether there's a tree there or a thorn bush or whatever, you've just got to... I just put my head down and I said, this is it, I'm going through, and you just plough through.
Well, it's because there's no open plains there, like Kenya or Tanzania. It's just thick bush.
It's very dense.
It's thick, it's tight, it's close, compact. There's thorns, there's gullies and rocks and hills. There's elephants, there's lion, there's buffalo, there's rhino. The odds are kind of stacked against us at the moment. Nevertheless, we'll carry on, we'll persevere.
6 months into filming, we still didn't have a single full kill on camera. We had beginnings and ends and middles, but nothing continuous. It was really right at the end of our filming stint, and we were with a big pack of dogs, the Splinters pack, who were over 30 dogs, and because of the numbers, they'd started hunting bigger prey. A lot of what we'd seen was impala kills, and now because of the greater numbers, they're looking for bigger prey like wildebeest, and they managed to come into a herd of wildebeest in a relatively open area. So I was confident that, you know, I'd be able to keep up with them. But the chase went on and on. It must have been probably about 5 kilometers long, that chase, and they just pushed these wildebeest and pushed them, and it was through woodland, it was through acacia, thorny thickets. At one point, the wildebeest even went into a water pan to try and submerge themselves, and the dogs went straight in there and chased them out. But anyway, I managed to keep up with them, and they managed to make a kill right in the middle of this dense, thorny thicket. And I got there just in time. I managed to weave and wind my way in there, and there's branches smacking the camera, and you can hear the cracks against the glass.
Seeing all your cuts.
I was absolutely covered from head to toe in scratches and bruises across them, you know, branches whacking my face. But anyway, in the end, we managed to get that first kill, and then we decided to extend a bit longer and managed to get quite a number more, and it was it's so rewarding because I think what we managed to capture there is something that no one else has ever achieved before.
It was very unique.
It was very,
good.
Intimate, being able to be with those dogs and keep up with them without interfering in any way with their natural behaviour. So I was really proud of what we managed to achieve.
And also seeing things that people didn't expect that the wild dogs did. That same pack hunted buffalo.
Yeah.
And they were like, wow,
They
wild
killed
dogs
it.
don't hunt buffalo because they're far too big.
Right. All the textbooks will tell you they won't hunt buffalo. They do.
We got it.
Yeah.
Giraffe.
And the researchers were, they were also amazed to be able to see from start to finish.
Yeah.
All the footage that we managed to get, I think, was
Because
hugely
even with that
beneficial.
wildebeest kill, there was communication among the dogs. I would just hear them like chattering.
Absolutely.
And then,
They really do get together as a unit and prepare themselves. Look, I mean, there's still a lot that we can learn about them, but it is fascinating to watch how they conduct themselves in a hunt. It was painful. It was very painful to do it, but so worth it in the end.
A sense of humour goes a long way. And, as the crew has discovered time and time again, it's not just the humans who like to have a bit of a laugh.
So that was a day we'd been trying to find a big bull to collar in monopools, and we were heading back, and then we saw in the distance a bull, and we went closer and we realised
Karina bull again,
our favourite.
This encounter seemed really peaceful. The elephant was really relaxed.
So now we're within 5 feet of him, 4 feet. Just got to watch out now, he's shifting his weight.
And then suddenly, he just wasn't. I was terrified. I tried to run, but Craig grabbed me, and he said, "You need to be still."
Don't run. Hello, my boy.
Craig knows what he's doing, and so he knew that that wasn't the right thing to do. He grabbed me and held me.
Because
don't run.
It's always safer when you buy the tree. I mean, you feel it's not, but it is. Because if you run away, he'll come round after you, and you don't have a chance.
Don't run. Okay? Because you'll just scare him.
What is interesting is to see people's reactions like that. It's quite normal. When you get close like that, when you're within a few metres, they really seem big. And then he turns his attention to you, and they've got big tusks and a trunk, and you put his trunk over the thing.
What's the trunk?
Obviously your first instinct was to run.
And then it was really interesting. After that moment of tension, the elephant calmed again and became really relaxed and playful.
Hello, boy.
He picked up Craig's hat, picked up his rifle.
He loves my... He often puts it on his head, which is the funny part. I don't break my rifle. I'm going to take this from you, big guy. You can't have that.
Certain things like something, maybe it's the salt on my head, he always picks up my hat. He's thrown it on his head before, he's thrown it on the floor. And in this case, he kind of went to a new height.
But then the piece de resistance of the encounter was that he peed on Craig's hat.
When you did his number one right on your hat, I was just shaking with laughter.
And Craig is such a jokester, always playing tricks on other people. So I really feel like in this moment, he got his just desserts.
Can I get my hat? Hey. Hey, you beauty. Look at this, my hat. Dripping wet. It doesn't even smell to me. It's like my own child.
You're going to put it on, aren't you?
I just knew, yes, you are.
Well, I had to now.
You can see over here.
On this occasion, Craig and Karina are intent on tracking a pride of lion. Little did they know what was in store for them.
Carrying on with that Karina show, we had that incredible experience with the Karina bull on your Land Rover, and we just thought, wow, that just tops it.
Yeah.
But then the next morning, that early morning walk, going into that pride of lion.
Because we'd heard them roaring in the night.
Yeah, and remember they'd come through your kitchen in the camp.
Yeah.
And I had a little sniff around, and then we heard them making their noises later on through the night. Needless to say, I didn't get much sleep that night.
Your chef, Kismore. That's the boss. Lions.
That set us up for the next morning, which was tracking lions.
You can see over here, see the footprints? Especially when the light is low, they cast a really nice shadow.
Yeah.
You see that? There's another one.
These look quite fresh, actually.
Yeah,
you can see everything.
Very fresh. We heard them last night as well, so we know it's from
Yes,
the
in my
night.
tent.
Another big one.
It was incredible to come up and see the sky, beautiful lighting.
And it was quite a peaceful situation to start. And I'll tell you the truth here. We're always looking to have an experience.
The lions are lying down. We'll go over there, get as close as we can without upsetting them.
And what happened there was the lionesses weren't bothered with us, and they'd moved off, and the male had been mating, or was mating with one of the females.
Which made the male lions a lot more aggressive.
And he'd got left behind, so we just kind of carried on straight and kind of got a little bit in between the two, and that's what created his reaction to us. So we stopped when it was fine, we knew his distance was okay, we had enough cover. And then he'd walk out of the trees he was at and then give us a go. And it wasn't full blood. If you look carefully at the footage, even that final charge where he really comes at us, it looks silly that we're there, but you watch his feet, his back feet, he's charging with his chest, his back feet are stopping. You're like, are these guys going to move or not? And then it also looks a bit closer than it is because the camera's further back. I mean, he probably came within only 10 yards. It looks like it's 5 yards.
And I noticed Karina grabbing your side there.
When the lion charged at us, I actually felt the dust on my face, and I wasn't waiting for anything. I made sure I grabbed onto Craig's love handles and pulled myself behind him so that he'd eat Craig first and not me. The whole time that was all happening, Craig was whispering to me, don't run, and the only thing I could think of was to run, but Craig was like, if you run, I'll run faster than you and it will eat you first. So then I didn't run. I think we were incredibly lucky, as not only did we have one mock charge, we had 3 and still lived to tell the tale.
Now that was a full-blooded charge. Come to you, I don't want to scare you anymore.
There are never dull moments with fantastic wildlife guides like Barry Volhunter, also known as Barry the Barrel. He's fun-loving, a barrel of laughs, and up for just about anything. Perhaps he even has a modelling career opportunity ahead.
Barry the Barrel.
Barry the Barrel.
Roll you over.
Roll over the barrel. And if the tail starts going from side to side, you know is coming. If the tail goes up and down horizontally, it is going to charge. Please, whatever you do, and remember this because it's very, very important, or you're going to land up part of the food chain, don't run. If it charges, you can scream and shout, urinate in your pants, jump up and down, just don't run. If you stand still and make a hell of a noise, they will stop. Good, well, good luck. Cheers.
Entertainment and competitive, and that big 5 each, I think they were cheating to beat us, you know. And they did.
More and more, I think, as the competition progresses, our teamwork comes together a little bit more, and I don't think I can complain. I feel like I'm on Baywatch with these lovely ladies here. So altogether, a good day.
You're coming to the end of your trip at the Hyena Den National Park, and for something special that you ladies pay a lot for in Mud Island, I'm going to set up a spa treatment for you for free.
Thank you, Barry. I didn't know you did treatments here.
We don't, but I've got a special one for you. Follow me.
Thank you. I'll go get ready. Barry, when you said treatment, this isn't what I had in mind.
Well, the only thing you're getting it for free was a proper spa.
This is it.
Just think how much you'd be paying in Mud Island to get a treatment like this.
I'm lucky. That was brilliant, and then we got him to wear my hair extensions.
High five.
Barry, give me a high five. Mud five. And he ruined them, by the way. He still owes me for those.
Oh, yeah,
and he got all mud in them, and he was flicking them. He was very attractive, Barry the Barrel, didn't he?
Because we remember we started on you.
Yeah.
On your legs going up.
Oh, yeah. He looked better, to be fair. Smile. It was brilliant. And then we did the running scene. Do you remember we were doing it like Baywatch? And then it was us 2 running together. That was brilliant. That was one of the best times, I think, best filming times we had out there.
Yeah, that was lovely.
It was really good.
How long did it take you to get the mud off?
A good 2 washes. The extensions I binned straight away because I saw the state of them, and then Barry got a bit vigorous with them afterwards, and they were all knotted and matted, so I just binned them.
And then, remember, we brought you back for the Big 5 Challenge.
Yes.
Season 2.
I do.
And those same well, new hair extensions.
New ones, not old ones.
Made another appearance.
Yes.
I feel more comfortable being with two beautiful women.
Barry decided to wear them for good luck on Lion Day.
Today's Lion Day, and Devon and Pride have come up with this idea that maybe if we look a little bit more like Lion, and with the lack of hair on my head and the baldness, they've decided to give me a mane.
We had a good day. We won.
Look like the dizzy blonde.
But no, we came up. We did well in the end, didn't we?
Very, very good.
Yeah, that was a good time. They didn't get ruined that time.
Chitaki Springs, one of the wildest places on Earth. The perfect location for an action-packed Predator movie. The crew, however, had to keep their wits about them, as danger lurks around every corner.
I was so privileged to be able to join Clyde Elgar and Leah Beaver in filming an engaging Predator movie at Chitaki Springs in Mana Pools National Park. Now, Chitaki has a spring roughly 1,300 meters in a riverbed, banked by steep sides, so it has the perfect ambush opportunities for all the predators, including a formidable pride of lion that we got to know intimately. And not one sequence in the movie was filmed from a vehicle, all on foot, carrying the heavy kit, which was really exciting. And the lions got so used to us and would just ignore us on most occasions. And I remember on this one particular occasion, Clyde and Leah had set up their tripod camera and they were on their deck chairs. The lion were about 15 meters on the right, just waiting for buffalo to come from the opposite bank. And when the buffalo did come down, we were all focused on the buffalo and trying to sort of get the reactions from the lion, etc. And next thing, these lion just sprang up, ran straight past us, like 1 or 2 meters, straight for a warthog on the left, which we didn't even see. So it was just incredible how we didn't really exist.
Filming in Zimbabwe has led to the most remarkable encounters, but the crew has also had to face some harsh wilderness realities.
It had been one of the worst dry seasons that I'd experienced in the bush of my years guiding. And we found a lot of animals in trouble. We found babies that had been stuck in the mud. And in this case, we found an elephant cow that was very stressed. She was charging other animals. And that's how we went in to investigate.
There were many times where I kind of felt I wanted to be a bit closer, but I knew I couldn't because, you know, it wasn't safe for me. And this was one of those moments.
Once we got close, we realised that her baby was in trouble. It was down, and there was no chance of it getting up. And we spent a bit of time watching, and that's when she saw us. We were obviously in a safe place. We'd gone where a tree had fallen over. That's probably the best place to be with elephants, that or a steep drop-off. In her stress, she charged us. Fortunately, we were behind the tree. We had to get everyone right up to the tree, which is counterintuitive because when animals charge you, the first thing you want to do is run away. But you've got to stay where you are. If you run, she'll come around the tree and you've got no chance of getting away. And you don't have to shoot the animal.
This situation was quite dangerous.
So we had to get everyone safe. I had to push, I think Troy was the other camera guy, get him right up close. You were there. We had to keep Nicola next to the tree. And then I went behind, I think, just to stay on the one side in case she came around and we could shout at her like that.
You gonna step over there? She does it. You just came to see my girl. Sorry. Hey, go away.
She was dead serious, you know, then coming back a second time, and the third time, definitely.
Sorry, my girl. Come down. You filming? Sorry, love. We just came to see. We're not taking your baby or anything. You ready to jump over here? Okay. Sorry, love.
To actually come and hit something, it was a real show of strength. I mean, we'd done nothing to the baby, but she was very stressed. You could see she had temporal gland secretions from her face.
Yeah, and that redirected aggression. I think anything that got in the path would have had a charge.
And movement as well. That's why we had to be still and get confined.
And then you had to throw your hat. Lucky hat.
I don't even remember doing that.
Well, I don't think my hat has any match for her strength.
I was safe behind the tree, but really anything could have happened. She was so powerful, she could have broke that tree in two, it could have smashed down on top of me, and who knows.
But it was quite traumatic because you don't want to see animals die.
And then everyone watches programs and says, well, why don't you do something? Why can't you help?
But there's nothing you can do. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. These things happen, and you just got to let them happen. But it was sad.
But nature must take its toll. And even though it's very sad and it pulls on our heartstrings, and we love animals, the correct thing to do is to let these things go. Because as sad as this seems, if the lions don't get to eat it, the hyenas, they might die in turn. And there's a balance here. And we mustn't affect that balance at all.
So I'm just, I can't really say anything because I'm actually quite upset about this. A really, really sad day, but a day where you could see just how much power these elephants have.
The power of that elephant was stuck in my mind. Just lift it, you know, with the tusks. And imagine, you know, if a female can do that, what a huge bull could have done to that tree.
And what's even more interesting, she wasn't putting a big effort into it.
And she's just doing that with her skin on the end of her nose, able to snap big, thick logs.
She just came in. She was a young cow. I think it was her first calf.
Yeah.
And the baby was about 3 years old. You could see it had tiny little tusks. So it's coming off milk and going onto vegetation. At about 3, they start to wean, maybe 3 until 5. So it was needing to eat as well. And being that little, you know, all the other animals are eating all the vegetation at its level. So it really had no chance.
The baby was in a really terrible state, and I'm quite glad that I never actually saw that.
There's not a lot we can do to help it. I mean, even its trunk isn't really working. I think that's why it's snoring, is because... You see, it's much nicer now. It's not suffocating. So look at all this fluid that's built up in this poor animal.
It was quite a relief just releasing that pressure.
Yeah, it had fallen onto its trunk and it was gurgling. And it's,
yeah.
It really is a tragedy, and his mum's tried everything. He's tried to keep everyone away. You know, our only concern is how this animal dies. It is going to die.
I think a lot of TV shows try and make things with happy endings, but nature's quite a tough place to be. And it's unfortunate that the elephants died, but there's many thousands of elephants in that park. And those bad years, they don't do so well, and the good years, they do very well. So you've got to accept, you know, the rough with the smooth kind of thing. But it's unfortunate to see it happen. I mean, it's amazing, and it's a spectacle to witness. And something like this was probably one of the worst things that we've seen in terms of an actual animal succumbing to the environment.
To lighten the mood, we reflect on Craig teaching Karina a few guiding tips, or traps.
One of the things that we did was to try and catch Karina out.
Do you remember that time when Craig pulled up to that massive elephant dung?
It's the kind of thing we're looking for, fresh dung.
It seems we have this huge fascination with dung.
The turd world.
The turd world.
Well, you can feel how old it is. So it's going to look disgusting, but it's a herbivore. And if you feel here, it's actually quite pleasant, especially on a cool morning like this. Feel just how warm it is in the middle here.
Are you kidding?
No. Do it with the back of your hand if that makes you feel better.
I hope you've got wet wipes.
Eh?
Oh, it's warm.
It's steamy warm, isn't it?
Oh.
But you can do. We use dry wipes. You just take the sand and then you just rub the poop off like that.
I mean, you don't want to touch carnivore dung and stuff like that because you'll get tapeworm or some nasty disease. But herbivore stuff really just dries to grass, and wherever you walk, there's dung.
When they get older, their kidneys start to pack in, and they can't metabolize salt, so it gets a lot saltier.
And said you've got to taste it because that's the only way to track them.
No, you should try it because it's
No way.
seriously.
Just had breakfast.
Just try it. It's so just touch it and you'll feel it's salty, so we know it's an old animal.
Oh.
So when I did it, it's a herbivore. It's just grass re-chewed up.
And she was so naive.
And I believed him.
I don't think she had brothers, you know.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, do it properly. Just go and taste it, and then just taste it. Just put it on the end of your tongue, please.
I hate you.
You will.
And ate it. And it was disgusting.
What does it taste like?
Poo.
Okay, I was wondering. Because guys, we'd put this finger in the poop, and then we'd put this finger on our tongue.
Shut up.
I promise
Did you really?
Yeah.
And you just made me lick that?
That's why I had to ask you what it tasted like.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? That kind of started everything, and then it was war from there.
I love that ninja kick.
I hate you so much. Did you really do that?
A terrible nature.
But it was worth it.
Well, come on now. You made me eat it. It's still part of nature.
Well, I'll do a little bit at home.
It just set the scene for the whole time, I think, with
Sorry, that's very mean of me.
Are you kidding? Did you really do that? You and me are going to fall out.
In the untamed wilderness of Mana Pools rages a battle between predator and prey. And sometimes the crew accidentally ends up in the way. We catch up with Neil as he remembers every frightening detail.
Coming back to camp, I'd been out looking for lions the whole day. I knew the area they were in. I'd looked and looked and I couldn't find them. And I drove back into camp. It was pretty late. It was probably about 7 and it was it just really become dark, I would say. The sun had set. And as I drove into camp, I heard this bellowing, and it was close and it was loud. And I thought, this is these damn lions I've been looking for. They're right in camp. They've been here the whole time. So I jumped in the Jeep where I had all my cameras ready. They were mounted up. And I drove to the edge of camp, and sure enough, there I found in this thicket a big male buffalo, a Duggar boy, one of these big old lads. And there was two adult female lionesses trying to take him down with 2 sub-adult males who really didn't know what was going on, but the 2 females were on him. I could see that the buffalo was trying to get rid of these lions, trying to shake them off, and he was trying to sort of rub off the lions and pushing them into bushes and that sort of thing, and he really just wasn't succeeding. I mean, this lioness was actually holding on for dear life at that point. If she'd let go, he would have just pummeled her and probably killed her right then. Absolutely. She was in a world of trouble there. Totally outmatched in terms of strength. These 2 lionesses just didn't really stand a chance against him. And I could see that he was struggling to sort of get rid of these lions, and he earmarked my vehicle as the only real solid object that there was around in this area. And it was at that point he just lifted up his head and lifted up the whole weight of this lioness holding onto his head. Good 100 kgs probably of lioness. He just picked her up with another one on his back, and he just trudged over to the vehicle, and as he got close, he just rammed her right into the side of my Jeep. So I'm talking the same distance as we are sitting right now. I'm looking down, and I've got this buffalo's head right here. Underneath that, 1 lion holding on, another lion at his back, and 2 other lions circling the vehicle. And my younger days filming, I always thought I'll go to any lengths to get the shot. And I think that's when sort of preservation kicked in. I thought, this is actually too far. I've gone too far now. I'm the only person out here. It's night. I've got 4 lions and a buffalo.
A wounded buffalo.
Yeah, having a fight basically underneath my open vehicle. So when they hit the vehicle, my mind was just absolutely racing. Adrenaline was pumping, and I thought, what am I going to do? So I said, I've basically got 3 options. The first option is to try and get into the driver's seat and try and drive away, but that would have been taking the distance between me and the lion and buffalo from 1.5 meters to probably a few centimeters. I would have been sitting with no door right next to them.
Not an option.
So that was out. The next option was just to jump off the vehicle and run, and I saw the closest tent was probably about 30 meters. And 30 meters, me versus lion.
Nothing.
I probably won't even get a foot off the vehicle before they grab me. So that was out. And the third option, which I chose, was just to sit it out and
just keep rolling.
Yeah. Just hope and pray that I just got through that scenario, and I did. And I don't know what the footage was like. I think you can hear me at some points just talking to these lions, telling them to back off and stay away. Eventually this lioness just held on, literally for dear life, and the buffalo gave up and he moved away. And they finished him off in the end. He put up an incredible fight, but it was about 40 minutes later one of the lionesses moved in, got a great hold on the muzzle, and finished him off one time.
And we cut that down to about 30 seconds.
About 30, I nearly died for about 30 plus or minus 30 seconds. Maybe 4 clips of that were used, and I
But
put
it
my
was so
life on the
valuable
line.
in the movie. Just added that little spice.
Absolutely,
To what we needed in the
It did,
storyline.
and it was, I mean, an amazing situation to be in. I hope that is the closest I will ever come. I don't intend to be in that sort of a position ever again. That's the I've peaked.
I'm sorry Michaela wasn't there to hold the line.
So am I.
I'm really glad I wasn't.
Shiitake Springs, a rugged, untamed wilderness where apex predators have adapted to the harsh environment. Here, the crew witnessed some exhilarating chases and astounding athleticism.
Because of the annoying stinging samoxis and tsetse flies attracted to the huge herds of buffalo and moist sand, the lions used to rest up in the trees. Also perfect to cool down with some temperatures getting way up to 48 degrees Celsius. And it was often just such a thrill tracking the lions and then walking under a tree and suddenly hearing a snarl or a growl from above. And no matter how many times it occurred, my heart would just literally pop out, and it would take ages to get back to its regular pace. Clyde and Leah were often set in the right place at the right time. And on this particular day, the drama could not have been more perfect. The Pride were hungry, and you could see they were incredibly intent on setting up an ambush on a herd of impala. They began their textbook stalking, and finally driving an impala right into a waiting female that just leapt in the air and executed probably one of the most agile feats we had ever seen.
Mana Pools National Park has provided the crew with extraordinary elephant encounters, and this is no exception.
Again with Karina Ball, I was impressed with you because you rolled up your Land Rover by that, was that an old betel tree?
Yeah, it is.
Right up to that anthill, thinking that Karina Ball would come, that would be its next tree, and it worked like clockwork.
Goodness me.
But he's watching the eye. Look, because we know elephants, we know where he's going to go home, my boy. How are you doing?
We had pulled the Jeep up in front of an anthill, and this enormous big bull elephant came along. And he actually climbed up the anthill to reach the top branches of the tree, right in front of us. The proximity was unbelievable.
Don't you wish you had your camera?
Yeah. His foot just crushing.
So what we see here, no one on earth will ever experience again.
And you know, when you're right there, and the dust was falling on the bonnet.
An elephant falls on our car, look at him. And this is how they learn to stand, you see?
Fantastic to see it, you know, right in front of you and looking up. I mean, Katy was blown away.
Do you see how for a while he balanced on his back legs?
Yes.
And perhaps that turns into a bull elephant standing up.
You know, he's getting up to 20 feet up there above you.
Taller than a giraffe at that point.
Yeah. And then reaching up and all the pods falling on the vehicle.
And then again came and investigated us.
Had a look.
He's going to reach a branch above our heads. Look at this.
He had an existing relationship with Craig, and it seemed like he actually enjoyed being in our presence.
Hello, my boy. Hello, my boy. You're going to give me... You going to come say hello? Hey? There we go. Come here. Okay. What makes an elephant do this?
While being in close proximity to vehicles is something you do often see at popular game parks, what was really unique about this experience was that he was interacting with us.
He's going to come right up to you now.
It's so cool as well to see where the tusks actually come out, to see underneath his trunk.
And the trick is you mustn't move when you're in a position like this, because any movement will give him a fright. So you've got to be super still, super calm, and then you hear how we talk in a very subtle way. Okay.
I actually can't believe that this is happening.
All he's got to do is pull his head down, and we're in trouble. Okay, watch him break the branch towards the center of the tree. Hello. Watch out, how are you doing? What touch for today? Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
He'll come close like that, but he's never put a trunk inside the vehicle or anything.
I felt like he was almost performing.
You know, he's doing this, it really is extra behavior for us. But because he's so intelligent, they're also curious. And perhaps even enjoy the company of people they know and trust.
And you know, in those situations, obviously you're inside the vehicle and they've got bars and that kind of thing, so you're typically quite safe.
This is actually a wild elephant, right? He's not super habituated.
Well, not, yeah, he's just super special, you know. He sometimes touches the car and gives us a push.
In the open or something, it's very stressful. You think, this can all go wrong. In a vehicle like that, you don't really have that worry.
This is one of those, like, juicy life encounters. You know, like, this is the stuff that I will tell my grandchildren about.
Katy was a bit of a magnet for animals as well. She really, I mean, you think of the things we had with the rhino, the hyenas, those elephant encounters.
Taking a walk in renowned leopard country is a nervy experience.
Yeah. I'm absolutely shaking. It's like, whoa. The worst time ever was when the team set me up.
No, you said you needed the lure a bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm desperate.
Okay. This is some Bushman toilet paper, otherwise known as the elephant ear. If you look on the other side...
It was just enough in front of me that I would have to react, so it wasn't like a boo and then you scream.
It was like a sort of a double take.
Don't run. Whatever you do, slowly, keep looking at it and back down the path. Maybe that's what caused the guinea fowl feathers.
I swear that we just talked about what I was to do if we ever saw one, and you were like, oh, you'll never see one just on your own.
What should I do? Slowly back us down. Mr. Spots is a bit bigger than we wanted to see.
I literally thought to myself, remember everything they told you? Start walking away slowly.
It's all right. Can I get my back to it? Not supposed to,
No,
but...
no, don't put your back to it, darling.
Never know what's going to be out there.
Oh, his head just came out of nowhere. He's huge.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely shaking. His head was massive. I thought you said they were small.
No, I said as a rule, the females are small. A big
Oh, I'm
male,
glad we
though,
bumped into the big beast.
make it worthwhile. You've got a proper... I did say to you, I mean, that big leopard will weigh up to...
I can't believe I never thought I'd see
160,
a leopard.
170 pounds. Yeah. But that's an exceptional animal.
Do you think that was an exceptional animal?
It's just a very impressive sized cat, just looking at the head on
I
it.
can't believe how he looked at us. He was like, wasn't he?
Yeah. Just immediate... What was that?
It was one of those
just us
moments,
talking
yeah.
and it was... Ooh, what was the noise?
It's just as soon as... Because I just thought it was something little, and then you were like, right, now back away. And I was like, whoa.
Ian was fantastic because he just said, don't run. Don't
Yeah.
run. Whatever you do, just
Don't run, step
walk
back,
away.
walk back.
Face it, face it.
Do they normally go for people?
We're not a natural prey. I was saying earlier that leopard, as a rule, they will be inquisitive, but they'll normally move away unless they're cornered or injured, unless there's no place of escape.
I'm so scared about everything now.
No.
Did you get that? Oh.
Definitely. No sign of any spoor or anything up there. We're going to see what we can find.
You were such a... I hate you. You're such an idiot.
That was
But I was
brilliant.
looking at it the whole time and it still didn't work out that it wasn't alive, and I freaked out. I hate you. I can't believe you went to all that effort.
Another ninja kick came out there.
You all felt the wrath of me.
Yes, we did get a bit nervous.
Yeah. That was tenfold what I actually did to you. I only ate your chocolate. This means war, you know this, don't
Well
you?
done.
You better watch
That
your
was
back. Oh. I just can't believe such a... I feel sick now. I actually feel sick and I'm still shaking.
Wonderful.
Right, that's it. You're going to be sorry now. You started it, big time.
No, you started
No, you started it now. This means war. I only ate your chocolate.
Craig takes travel presenter Nicola to Marna Pools National Park for an untamed experience and the closest wild encounters you could only dream of.
A really memorable moment was your first day at Minor Pools.
Oh, yeah.
And Craig saw that magnificent elephant Curly.
This particular animal with these wonderfully curled up tusks is one of the most incredible elephants I know, in that he doesn't seem to mind us in close proximity.
He thought that Curly would then end up at another tree, so we went and set up. And luckily we had that fortress, you know, with that fallen down branch.
We've found this elephant. He's moving from tree to tree. We found a safe place here with this fallen log.
Over years and years of knowing an elephant, he gets to trust you. And that's why we can get right next. Well, that's why we can be so close to him.
And this is a wonderfully relaxed elephant, Nicola.
Okay.
So it all looked pretty safe, and Troy went up the tree to get a nice angle from the top. I mean, that was really your first taste of looking right up at a big boy.
Yeah.
He really is the biggest land mammal. And next to two human beings, I'm about 6'1". I'm quite diminutive next to a giant like this.
I never thought an elephant could be so big. And I've since told people how big he was, and I've sort of gauged. And they don't believe that he was that big, but he was huge. And I remember thinking, it's just the tree between us. Are we good here? And he just wanted that one pod that happened to be...
Which happened to be at your feet.
I can see his pupil in his eye. Look at that.
Because he wanted you to move, he saw that pod there.
Yeah.
And he just gave you that, like, little shake.
Go back. Sorry. Hey, I just came to see you, Poo-Poo. Look, he wants a pod right by your foot.
I think my heart kind of came out of my chest and went back in.
And what he was doing, he was intimidating us back.
So he'd get the pod.
And it does work, doesn't it?
Absolutely epic moment. And when you see the elephant walking off, you kind of want it to come back and do it all again. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but it, you know, shook me up, I must admit.
Initiated you immediately.
Straight in there. Troy was safe, he was in the tree. We were all safe behind that. And it made me really just be in awe of these elephants, to see that, you know, there's something between you and they respect that and you respect them.
It is a wild animal, so we need things like this. You can't drive a car through this. So it's probably stronger than being in a vehicle.
Always good to have that barrier.
You're all good.
But he always had a good nature. Some elephants we don't like to go near because they've obviously had worse experiences or they're a different character, and they're dangerous.
And he's known you for years and years.
Yeah. He was huge though.
The Kariba lakeshore, a periphery along which two formidable kingdoms collide. Here, both lions and crocodiles must fight to survive.
Producing a lion-centric movie on the banks of Lake Kariba in the Matusadana National Park opened our eyes to a very daunting challenge that every lion had to be aware of: stealthy crocodiles. Lake Kariba has a staggering population of crocs, so the interactions with lions were numerous. On one particular occasion, our cameras were set up to record a lioness with her very cute cubs on the shoreline. In the past, when the water levels rose, this lion pride had a habit of braving a 1 kilometer swim to get to Fothergill Island, which was packed with antelope. And the temptation was sometimes too huge to think clearly, and sometimes a lion would just get taken under by these stealthy killing machines. Because we had seen this all too often in the past, we panicked when this mother led her cubs into the water, intent on swimming to the island. We couldn't believe our eyes when we saw numerous crocs patrolling. I mean, how foolish could she be? After a few agonizing minutes, she must have come to her senses after seeing one of the lurking dangers close by. And we were absolutely relieved that some sort of good sense prevailed. One thing we confirmed with this pride: they were so lazy, they would take any shortcut possible to avoid a longer walk around. This little inlet had a croc lurking close to the right-hand bank. All the lions knew this, but decided to simply launch themselves over the danger. And it was fascinating filming them one by one as they snarled at the imposing threat and then sprang over the water, until this little girl tried her very best, but failed miserably. Luckily, she exited like lightning and no damage was done. But just an extraordinary little sequence for us, and wonderful to see the agility with our slow motion camera.
During the Big 5 Challenge reality game show, Craig's team pushed the limits to attempt to capture the perfect photograph.
Looking back at that Big 5 Challenge reality show, it was Rhino Day.
Yes.
And the contestants had to go and, first of all, get within 50 meters of the rhino and stay in that range for 10 minutes to qualify.
Yeah. And a photograph.
Then get the best photograph for the day for extra points. We were going along and one of you saw the rhino.
Katy spotted them when we were driving, a long, long way from the road.
And you just started going in.
Just go, go, go. I'll come and I'll catch you up.
We had set ourselves up downwind from the rhinos to try and get the perfect shot.
Where you thought,
you'd be
safe.
A few bushes,
And we got within 50 meters and just sort of settling in there.
Guys, we're going to get down.
They didn't know that we were there, and so they were slowly grazing, coming towards us.
And they were coming closer and closer and closer to you guys. And then things just started to change dramatically.
Guys, if we get charged, even a bush like those sticks there will stop a rhino.
No, we were set up beautifully with a camera, getting all of this.
I was really concerned that they were going to freak out as soon as they realised that we were right in front of them.
And then came the point where you kind of had to call it.
Had to pull the trigger, so to speak.
With that oxpecker sound.
Yeah, make noise. So I think I made it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They just bolted. And thank goodness, they bolted in different directions and they did not actually charge. They are just real tanks of the bush.
They were just going to walk into
us, and then you're too close.
That situation was completely out of our control.
And it was a funny situation because it was that contestant showed, they were in, normally as a guide, we're in front.
Yeah.
In this case, we were keeping them safe and they were in front doing because we kind of taught them how to behave in the bush.
And get the photograph.
Yeah.
Take a photo, take a photo, take a photo.
Take a photo.
And then following on from that, looking at the photograph, it was pretty good.
That is perfect, Michael.
That's a good one. That was nice.
You can see the horns.
They're facing us, looking at us.
But you could, it wasn't going to win the prize. So
that's right. Then we went to the waterhole.
Going into that waterhole and then seeing the rhino come through.
Mike and I knew that this was such a unique opportunity to get an amazing pic. A group of rhino were drinking at a waterhole and someone came up with the stupid idea that maybe we should get in the mud too.
It actually works because you don't look like a person. If you walk around on the land, in the water like that, and those rhinos don't have that.
And you kept low.
Yeah, and they got poor eyesight and the wind was right.
Actually, so we probably looked like warthogs in there with all the
I think I probably looked like a chubby warthog.
How close are we going to go?
As close as we can. I don't think they'll come into the water after us, into the mud.
You don't think or you know.
As we were getting closer, it dawned on me that I didn't have any idea of what the rhino were going to do, and neither did Craig. We were in pretty shallow water and there was every possibility that once they were stressed, they could charge. And that was really terrifying.
They didn't even know you were there. Took a beautiful pic. Oh, Mike kept the camera out of the mud for most of the time.
I think half the time he was treating his hand on my back.
Yeah.
What game people to go, they don't know
what's
in the water.
Down to earth.
Yeah.
The mud was gross. It wasn't even mud, it was part animal feces.
Health Spa Zimbabwe.
That was amazing.
Because there's a camera rolling, people will do anything you ask them to.
You might want to give that camera a bit of a wipe,
Yeah.
Filming a conservation project, the crew go in search of a big tusker collar in Motorbikes National Park. The process is anything but smooth.
If you remember what a magnet Katy was for animals, and in the Motorbikes, we literally just landed to do the collaring, put the collars
of the last great tuskers.
And we headed out, and I think it was you looked back and said, "Now there's a big bull." We went and got the parks guy because we couldn't collar without a national parks person present. And then we went out, and it was again quite a hot time of the day. The vet was quite worried because collaring animals when it's hot, they can overheat because their ears aren't flapping.
And you got onto that little island.
Yes.
And then the minute we saw how agile he was, coming up that bank.
Fit.
And what we saw is this elephant isn't as old as we thought, and he's very agile. So what that's allowed us to do is to rethink our situation, because if we can collar and monitor this animal, we can really protect him. People are going to see that collar, they're going to change their mind, and we're going to perhaps be able to save the biggest tusk in this national park.
This guy's proper fit. Yeah.
And then we went after. I remember taking off my shoes so that we were quiet to get close, because with the dart gun you can't dart from a distance, you've got to get within 20-30 yards. So without shoes, super quiet. And then I'd probably gone about 40 yards and I realised what a mistake I'd made, because it was October and it was so hot.
On that granite.
I was standing on elephant dung, grass, trying to find anything cool. And eventually we got him, and then it became very stressful, Don. If you remember, we got the collar on and that all worked well. And where he'd fallen was great.
Not too tight, eh?
No, it's 22.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Do you want to put the reverser in whilst I'm still doing this?
I'll put past the reversal. Okay, I'm going to start injecting the thing slowly, eh?
Let me go to the last one first. Okay, bud.
Okay.
Right.
He's going to start. Okay, Craig, I've given reversal, eh?
Okay, I'm aware.
Where you see that ear move, we move. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
And then the simplest thing was to put the reversal drug in, and for him to get up, but his back legs
those
were
pushes.
too stick.
Yeah.
And an elephant throws his back leg like this to get his head up like that, and then they come up, and he couldn't get it.
Come on, boy, come on, boy, come on, boy, come on, boy, that's it.
We were trying to cut it with the leather knife. We were cutting and sweating.
And then Chap had to get the chainsaw to chop away all those little sticks.
And then we could get him up. And then we were pulling on his tusks.
Pull, 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 pull!
That was amazing.
And then when it happened, and we just hit the road.
And he ran over a bucket and I was just bombshelling.
The hunting prowess of Chitaki Springs lions is second to none, but the brute strength of this buffalo bull was more than they had bargained for.
Filming a Predator movie with Clyde Elgar and Leah Beaver at Chitaki Springs had so many incredible moments, and this is one of those epic battle moments that will never be forgotten. A massive herd of buffalo had come down the steep bank to drink at the spring, and the main herd finished drinking and retreated back up the sandy bank, leaving a few old buffalo taking their time to finish off their drinking. And of course, this piqued the interest of the resident lion pride, and you could see them stalking with great skill. Here in Zimbabwe, we call these old buffalo Dugger boys. Dugger meaning mud, and they are renowned for being cheeky, grumpy, and war-hardened. The lions closed in, and the Dugger boy chose his exit route right up the sandy bank. The buffalo faced the challenge head-on, with the lions dodging the deadly horns. The drama got even more intense as the lions tried to jump on his back, and he kept shaking them off. And with all the dust and confusion, one of the lions fell into the ravine on the right. And as the old guy got towards the top, the lions tried to jump on his back again, but he just shook them off like flies. The whole scene just makes you realize how incredibly strong these beasts are, and under what seemed like hugely stacked odds against him. Never a dull moment at Chitaki Springs, and a truly wild destination to enjoy.
In northern Zimbabwe, one doesn't have to travel far for close-up encounters, especially at wild destinations like Kavinga Safari Camp.
Looking back at Kavinga Lodge, when you were presenting for us, we met some amazing elephants, but in particular, Morgan.
How are you, boy?
Hi, Morgan.
Well, we thought that was, you know, awesome, having an intimate experience with him. But having that G&T later on in the bar,
That's right.
in comes Morgan. I think he probably smelt the lemon in my gin and tonic.
But then it wasn't only the lemon he was interested in, he was also interested in your ear, which I found rather bizarre and questionable,
My
Don.
earwax.
When it was happening, I was just thinking, oh my word, you know, you hear these stories of elephants being curious and friendly, but when you get to experience it firsthand, it's a whole different story, isn't it?
Yeah, I was slightly nervous. I moved because I thought he was maybe going for the lemon, and I moved it across. And then I think he gave up and just had a bit of a sniff. He ducked out a little bit and then searched for those little albedo pods, you know, in the gutter.
It's crazy, he's like a pet there in a way. They just go, no, Morgan, and then he backs off like a sad little dog who's sorry about what he just done.
Christina's first leopard sighting on a safari travel series led to a rather interesting celebration.
We've had some incredible, fun presenter characters.
Yeah,
And
crazy.
we need to go back to Christina presenting on our travel show.
Yeah.
When she first saw that leopard.
Can you see it? Yeah, there it is.
We appreciate the excitement because we see, you know, leopards kind of every season. But for you,
yes,
it was on your bucket list.
It's the first time I've ever seen a leopard in the wild, and no words, really.
And you ticked that off with style.
Would you call it style, though? I'm still quite pumped up about seeing the leopard. Do you know what? I even have a dance.
Yeah.
We saw a leopard, saw a leopard, saw a leopard, we saw a leopard, we saw a leopard, we saw a leopard.
Saw a leopard, saw a leopard.
This would be more suitable for rabbit, though. I don't know why at the time I did this.
They do have ears.
Yeah, but not ears. It's more like ears. Like little tiny ears. So, and then I did a leopard impersonation, if I recall.
And then Paul Madison, the guy.
Elephant!
Wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, wow. I mean,
Wonderful.
Like, this is a crazy chick.
This person has absolutely lost it.
But she was so excited.
I honestly couldn't contain myself.
We noticed.
Don't know if it quite warrants
And
a
in
dance.
the daylight.
Yeah.
Daylight as well. It's 7 in the morning.
But she saw, that was her first leopard, and she was here for, was it 4 months?
Yeah.
So we must have seen about 4 other leopards after that.
Yes.
And every time she would have to do her leopard dance.
Every time the leopard dance. Didn't get any better.
Actually, I remember it was like the 3rd time it was at Kangan that 2 leopards came down to drink at the same time. She starts doing her leopard dance with like the 4th time. I saw a leopard, I saw a leopard. And Sean's just like, oh, no. Like Caesar. Oh, no.
I can't have
Zooms
any
in on the
more of
leopard.
this leopard dance.
No more. She was a character.
Yeah, full of
Oh, it
beans.
was so much fun filming with her. The leopard dance is not her finest hour.
And she's so flexible. Remember when I did this with my
Oh
leg?
yeah, in Big Falls.
Well done.
What about that?
Well done.
How the heck do you do that?
I couldn't believe what she was doing.
Yeah, in Big Falls, that was funny. Oh,
Some good times with her for sure.
we had some fun.
Hey, Don. Sup?
What's up, girl?
Filming in the Zimbabwean wilderness, one never knows what striking surprises might be around the corner.
Over the years, we have filmed so many big cat movies and never get bored doing it. When they are awake, I love the way they explore and test everything. And the old saying, curiosity killed the cat, is so apt. We often record lions investigating warthog burrows or encounters with snakes. And on this particular occasion, we covered these 2 lions intrigued with a very upset rock python. I always marvel at the amazing reaction time of these cats. and their agility is second to none. It's great that they also have an inherent instinct for danger, because a bite on the nose from these pythons can really spoil your day. Following on from this interaction, months later, we were out walking in the bush exploring, and we came across an enormous dead python that must have just swallowed what seemed to be an antelope of some sort. It must have just happened because no rigor mortis had set in, and on closer inspection, found it had died in the most peculiar of ways. When it ingested the antelope, it dragged in a very, very long stick, which would have perhaps punctured an organ. Just the most bizarre way you can ever think of to die. I mean, what are the chances? Anyway, as luck would have it, it wasn't long before the scent piqued the interest of two lions, and they appeared. Had a good sniff to make sure it was dead before opening up the skin. It was obvious they wanted the prey inside and quickly made good progress to extract it. We could then identify it as a fully grown female impala. What a sad and bizarre turn of events for the python and the impala, but a huge bonus for the lions. Luckily, nothing goes to waste in the wild.
In the harsh, dry season, it's not uncommon for animals to find themselves in sticky situations.
Over the years, I think some of the best filming has been in the dry season. It's the most dramatic time in the bush. Animals are struggling.
Lots of thirsty elephants around, all looking to find some water, and the baby had obviously gone for what he thought was the right path for the water and ended up being stuck in the mud.
He's made the mistake of making a beeline for the water, not gone round this muddy patch, and now it's gotten stuck. And it's quite often has very tragic consequences, a situation like this, because that mud is deep and it's very hard for them to get out of the mud. You can hear all the commotion from these the mums. I see the mum coming around, that's the mum of the baby. You can see by her agitation.
The mother was really stressed. It was really, really tense, and I didn't think that the baby was going to be able to get out.
An older elephant, the matriarch, took over.
The matriarch managed to scrape some of the mud from the sides of the baby elephant. He was really wedged in there.
And eventually it used its foot, because that's the strength is.
You see that?
You know, because she was covered in mud, and the matriarch, with her front leg, was actually scraping the mud off the sides.
Oh, yeah.
Almost so, you know, so there wasn't that vacuum seal.
Sticking on it, yeah.
Clever. I mean, they are extraordinary animals. Unbelievable. Bit of a push.
Lifted his bottom and managed to kind of get him out. The mother at this point had actually gone off to get a drink. She couldn't cope at that point.
The problem is the mud's all the way to its belly. It's like a car getting its sump stuck. Oh, come on, little guy.
This was one of the moments where I thought, this can't end well. And eventually, the baby managed to lift himself.
Just look, it's getting onto the... See, you can see a gap between the belly and the mud. It's going to make it. Isn't this a fantastic outcome? And what a relief for that baby and its mum.
And there was a huge celebration from us, but also from the elephant.
And you see there, they are all together again.
I can't remember if it was the mother or the matriarch, but somebody trumpeted at that baby as if to say, don't do it again.
When it comes to a wild challenge, even the tamest of tasks comes with a twist. For Karina Holmes, there's no worming her way out of this one.
I'll never forget when me and Jessie did the fishing task.
Our Team Devil Prada. In Africa, it is traditional, when you go fishing, to eat one of these earthworms. It's good luck. I take it Prada is not going to probably do it, so I'll hand it over to Devil. Devil, get it down the hatch, lad. Come on, good luck. This is a challenge. We need the extra. For my boys.
Jessie literally put it in his mouth.
Get it in there, get it in there. There we go.
Oh my God!
Brilliant.
He loved it.
Hook, line and sinker.
Yeah.
See, one step ahead. Let's get...
He's always out for the luck, wasn't he?
I enjoyed seeing your face when Jessie took it straight down the hatch.
That was horrible. It was so disgusting.
I'm traumatised by that.
Oh.
She's very scared of worms, which we've...
I'm not scared of them. I just don't like it when they jump. I couldn't even... No way.
It's a good luck charm to eat a
eat a worm before you you go out, but she didn't eat one. I think that's
Yeah, but you didn't ask me to. You just
I think that's what's killing us right now.
Well, we didn't ask you to then, but we can always now. We can
there you go. That's a good
rectify
point.
I
that.
won't eat it, but I'll put it in my mouth. That's about it.
Damn! You've got to see this. He managed to chew.
Please. Okay, I'm not going to chew it though.
No, you can spit it back. Don't vomit on me, or you're going in the water. Yeah.
Okay.
On 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God.
Eat it! Swallow it!
Well, spit it! Well, that was a fair effort. Ah.
You said I'll put it in my mouth.
Well done, Prado. Hey, Devil, I didn't think she'd go that far, did you?
Not in a million years, but that was funny.
But you did well. I think it gave you luck in the end.
Yeah.
Well done, Devil. Whoa, man.
Barry always come up with different ideas to give us luck, and it was always something bad for us and good for him.
Good for TV.
Yeah. He's funny.
If you spew, you're going overboard.
Professional wildlife guide Craig Van Zyl has an incredible ability to read animal body language and tends to venture where few would dare.
This was one of the many heart-stopping moments of my trip to Africa.
In situations like this, it might look like we're a bit gung-ho with the animals and they charge and we don't react. It's because we can read them and we understand what they're doing. In this case, it was young bull elephants. They're quite playful. We'd come in to film them and they were in the shallow water.
We'd actually gotten as far as we could get to in the boat at that point because it was quite grassy and it was getting a bit shallow.
So the boat motor couldn't go in the water, so I was putting the boat in to get everyone in closer, so we could hop everyone out and then get the cameras and go and film and that type of thing.
And at that point, I saw the Ellie turn and charge, or mock charge. It was heart-stopping, but it was a mock charge.
He doesn't want to kill us or anything like that. We haven't done anything to upset him. And he was just showing off his size, putting his ears out like that. It was nice in the splash. And once he'd shown off to his friends, then back he went.
Fortunately, Craig knows exactly what he's doing and was fine and lives to tell the tale.
That was phenomenal. How did you know that that elephant was going to charge you?
You have a general idea what it was, Nicholas. I know that once they get onto the shore, they feel a lot more confident. And with that confidence comes, especially those 3 young bulls, they like to show off a little bit.
Because they were in the water, they never really wanted to charge you then. They only did it when they had a bit of...
Yeah, when they got to
a little bit to the edge, and then they thought, oh, right, now we can...
Show off. And obviously when you've got a camera there, I suppose maybe you push the envelope. Not that it was dangerous, but you let these things unfold more than perhaps we would otherwise.
And because you could read the body language.
It was never going to be a snag. And I think it was amazing, it was impressive with the splashing and that type of thing.
It's one of those moments where your life flashes in front of you. You know, like a car speeds up to you at traffic lights and you just don't know what to do. It was one of those moments. I think I might have even put my hands in the air.
You know, if you watch what happened afterwards, the elephant straight away went to go and feed. So they weren't stressed out by us, because that's the thing that we don't want to do. We don't want to upset the animals. Obviously, we want to portray them and show them as wonderful, and a bit of action is great. But it was fine after, and we hadn't done anything.
But a spectacular scene, you don't see that often.
Especially with all the water behind. And,
I went back to the boat after then. In fact, Craig carried me, which was really nice of him.
Most of the time, it's the animals putting on a show. But in this instance, it's Craig who takes centre stage.
Another funny incident with Craig, as usual. He wanted you to get a different sort of perspective of the elephants coming to the pan, because he could see them coming.
Yeah.
And he wanted you high up in that tree.
Yes.
I love the deal that you gave him.
Yes, he said that if I climbed up the tree, he would help me, and then he would go in the mud pit as far as I wanted him to go in. That was the deal, and I said, fine. And then he was trying to get me up the tree, and I remember him using his head on my bum.
Turn up.
Trying to push me up the tree, and I was just thinking, oh, I bet this tree's going to just break in a minute. But it was the best views. It really was. So,
different dimension.
Yeah, and he does know what he's talking about, even though he plays around. He's good at what he does. That was a really good idea. It was lovely seeing them from up there.
Yeah, lovely angle.
Do you know what the best bit about this is?
You didn't fall?
Nope. Now you got to go in the mud bath.
A deal's a deal?
Deal's a deal. Right in as well, because you told me to go up high and I did.
Okay. How muddy?
Very.
Okay. There's probably no chance I'm going to give you a big hug or something afterwards, is there?
No, Craig.
All right. I'm off. Don't look.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It certainly was different.
It was, yeah. Go in! All the way. Look at him, he goes in like a girl. All the way, please. Yeah, go on. And it was worth it to see him in the mud afterwards.
Oh, well done for telling him to go deeper,
Yeah.
deeper, deeper.
He's dousing himself in mud, wasn't he? He put on a whole show.
Big time.
Like the kind of things you do, Karina.
Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah, we are. Each weight of a time.
He's lost weight since then.
Has he?
Yeah, back to cycling.
Oh.
He's a racing snake at the moment.
Oh dear. If he gets into more trouble, then that means.
And then,
ultra
and then
fit.
in the vehicle afterwards,
Yeah.
acting like a baboon, he still had all the mud.
So relaxing out here in the bush, isn't it? Tell me, does fat look better in brown or white? Some say I've got guts. The girls are going to be like flocking out to come on safari, man. The prehensile gut man.
Yeah, I remember that. He was brilliant. Yeah.
A hungry pride aims to take down a war-hardened Duggar boy. Don reflects on what went down that day.
Filming a Predator movie at Chitaki Springs with Clyde Alger and Leah Beaver was such a privilege and pleasure. And one of the outstanding highlights was captured by Clyde's camera as he set up on the opposite bank of an old buffalo bull drinking from the spring. It wasn't long until the buff was stalked and surrounded by the resident pride. And I think they could sense he was old and must have thought they had a great chance to bring the old boy down. He just wasn't having it and managed to challenge the pride and demonstrate his bravery as he charged and faced them. And one of the brave lionesses managed to jump on his back, a favorite tactic to avoid the formidable horns. And the distressed bellows brought in two of his comrades that challenged the lions, and it all looked great for the old guy. Now 3 hardcore buffalo against 5 lion was a win-win, and the lions wisely eased off. The other 2 brutes started to walk off, and the stubborn buffalo just stuck around, and again, the lions took advantage and jumped back on his back. And the other 2 bodyguards came back to defend him once more, and we kept thinking, dude, you need to now join your buddies and leave with everything intact. But not to be. He was either too confident to handle himself, or his dumb gene kicked in, and he just stuck around. Well, as you can imagine, the lions accepted this opportunity, and they carried out their effective strategy of tiring the old guy from behind, and then finally executing the suffocating grip. Another point of interest here was witnessing his sheer power as he managed to lift that lion with his neck muscles like a toy. At the end of the day, 10 out of 10 for incredible bravery, unfortunately to his demise.